Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mother Earth. Normally people ask me, who are you and where do you come from? I say, oh, I'm child of the world. Because we all stand on Earth, don't we? Okay, today welcome to the nursery area as well as the garden. Most of your lunch, the ingredients and stuff, vegetables, are obtained from the garden. Because a healthy living must keep you going. So we have to take into consideration that whatever we do down here should make sure that we grow the way that we want to grow. We must take good care of our guests and make sure that they eat the appropriate way and the good way and the healthy manner. Today, you have been here, the coconut water, most of you might have heard about it, how great it is, the importance that it has. And after you finish, what will you use it for? Crack it open, eat inside. When you go to Home Depot, they have some chippings they sell. In Belize, we take the coconut, after eating it, you cut the top, you cut down of it, put dirt in it, and plant a seed in it. So you take it and you go and plant the whole thing. That becomes the plastic we don't want. Instead of using a plastic making planting bag, we use the coconut as our planting bag. So it will degrade, forming part of earth, enriching the soil as we want it to be. So today, as I told you, welcome, use also the name of that plant, known as mother-in-law tongue. Local people will call it snake plant. And you wonder why? The fact is that they say snake plant because the locals, anytime they are bitten by snake, that is what they use to kill themselves. You mash it, a cup of that, if you drink it, and also mash it and stick it to wherever you were bitten, you will save your life for 72 hours before you seek for extra help. So, coming here, as you all can see, every plant you see here, you can have it within your property if you want it. The sugarcane you tasted, the coconut, the apple banana, they are all from here. They were not purchased from outside. The same way you can have that right behind your house. Most people talk about permaculture. It's nothing more else than permanent culture. Just get out of your house and harvest whatever you want. And that is what you can do behind your backyard. You don't need to travel far to purchase something you want to eat, something fresh that you need. Today here we have papaya, avocado. Very soon the papaya will be gone. Then the avocado kicks in. Isn't that nice? Yeah, we all love avocado. Here we have the leaves for banana. We use it to cover that. Over there, your apple banana and the sugarcane, we use the leaf to cover it. But when it is raining and the weather is hot, I also do like this to get my umbrella. Okay, here, just as you can see, people will not believe it. Please smell it and just tell me what it is. Oh, sorry. Here we go. What is that? Oh man, I love it when people who say cilantro. You are right. It's cilantro when it smells like that. But this is culantro. And once you go to an indigenous person's house, the food that they will make, normally called caldo, you will have culantro in it. It is like cilantro, only that the scent is stronger than cilantro and the leaves are broader than cilantro. Yeah. So, have that with you. And please, we continue. I heard there are some lovers, people who love to drink mojitos. So if you love to drink mojito, here you have your mint. You can have a ton of that if you need it. All these are mint. Good for your mojito. Over here, most people, well, mostly we talk about vitamin C. People like different type of citrus. Here we have the Tahiti lime, and here we have the Indian lime. If you want to plant something behind your house, you don't want people to see whatever you have, and you want to make sure that you make good use of whatever you have within your backyard. You want something huge, and it's a lime, you can take this. But if it was very small, you can take that. And at the end of the day, they will all produce for you. We also have, as many of you might have seen over there, we also have different type of basils. And in terms of the basils here, most people will say for my pizza or other type of food. We can also use the basil to keep away house flies. If you don't want house flies, always make sure that you have basils around your house. And that is really good. Coming down here, this plant, we call it Malay apple. This is Malay apple. When the flowers come, when the fruits come, you don't see it until you see some things dropping underneath it red. Because when they start the florification, it's within the branches. The fruits they grow within the branches, don't see from outside. Until you get underneath it before you see the flowers or the fruits. It's known as Malay apple. It's not as sweet as your apple, but this is our type of apple. And right behind me, we have, as I told, different type of plants. This is guava. And most people in the tropics, once you take guava leaves, almost about 50 guava leaves, and you take 100 grams of onions, cut it into pieces, and also take 250 milliliters of coconut oil. Mix it together, boil it, let it cool, and use it for your hair. You don't need no shampoo. Over here, we have what we call, in Belize, we call it cow foot. Because the shape looks like a cow foot. But as we say, have the shape of a hat. That's it. Please smell it and pass it on. Okay, good. One of the, when we spoke about the papaya, I never told you the papaya is a plant you can use because of the environment in which we have ourselves. You can use the papaya leaves to produce your own fungus control. So you don't need to buy fungicides. And if you have problem with your digestive system, you need a papaya seeds. You take 3 papaya seeds a day, 3 times within the month, all the parasites within your digestive system will be gone. And if you are as fat as me, and you want to lose weight, you take 18 papaya seeds, 1 teaspoon of lime, fresh lime juice, mash up the 18 papaya seeds, and drink it 7 days within the month. And the second week, if you do not reduce your weight, come and change my name from Nana to whatever you want. Why do I say that? Because the fact that once ever you mash it and you drink it, 15 minutes before your breakfast, it doesn't make you to eat. Psychologically, it stops you from eating. And it also, contracts and makes you to lose weight. That was the papaya. Now, that makes you lose weight. Now, with the cow foot, it's the opposite way. If you want to grow fat as me, then whenever you go fishing and you get your fish, you take the leaves and wrap your fish and boil and bake it. The scent, you scented, you know how it goes. The scent makes you to eat more. So indirectly, what does that mean? You will grow fat like me. And one of the issues, these are the flowers. These are the flowers. And in Belize, we don't have a lot of dentists. If I tell you that I've ever been to a dentist, I have never in my life been to the dentist. A dentist have never seen my teeth. If I have a toothache, I just mash one of these and just stuck it in there. Why should I go to a dentist for? That is your answer. I don't need to talk much about that. Okay, here we go. Anato. And most of the time, here we go. Look at it. When you mash the seeds, you can bust it and just mash the seeds. So when you are eating in tropic, how do you call it, in Central America, and your meat looked red because it was pasted with this plant, known as anato. Yeah, it's not that much spicy. Others look at it and more kind of sometimes confuse it with turmeric, which is yellow ginger. But the fact is that here this Hispanics call it Ricardo. You see the name Ricardo or achote. This is the plant. They use it to paste their meat as well, also use it to change the color of their food. And this is something that you can easily trim and it comes back on as the years go by. That is it. Please come. That's the pineapple. Okay, here we have some pineapple plants here. The fact sometimes also when you are doing your landscaping, it's not only for the beauty, but also for what my kitchen will call for what I want to eat. What will give me the vitamins I'm looking for. And the best, most of the time, you make sure that you have some type of plants like the pineapples. You can plant pineapples to slow down the erosion around your house, but it also have another function. That the pineapple can, even though it slows down, for your soil to be eroded, stopping it, you can also use it to decorate any place that you have within your landscaping, if you want that. But pineapple is something that here you have to know which one to grow. You can buy pineapple from the shop. You will grow it, it will grow. But you have to have a lot of what Spanish people call paciencia. A lot of patience. If you don't have it, then please select the good one. How do you get a good one? I thought Craig was going to ask me that. So the fact that whenever you buy a pineapple, you can cut the top and just plant it. Okay. But it will take 26 months. 26? Yeah. To grow. Wow. But if you find a plant and you see one coming beside it, the crown coming beside it, and you take that and you plant it, it will take 14 months. Isn't that so good? So that is in terms of pineapple. That's what we use for. Neem. Neem, you find neem especially in Asia as well as Africa. Lately we have a lot of neem in Central America. They use it a lot for beautification of roads. Lately they say don't plant too many trees which you will not get benefit from, but rather plant trees that you can get some benefit from. And in terms of the neem, in our environment we use it for insects control. The seeds are very strong. The oil from the seeds, you can use it as insect repellent. The leaves, you can take almost about 1.5 pounds, grind it up, and mix it with 2 ounces of white lime, and use it to spray any bugs that you may have around, so that your insect repellent. And also it is very, very bitter, and mostly things that are bitter, most people take it for when they have fever. Yep. But every good thing has its own bad thing too. If you take it and you get well, it's good for you. But when a person is pregnant, we advise you never, ever to administrate it to a pregnant person. The males, you are okay. But the females, we have to be extremely careful. And for the males, if you are as young as me and you don't want to make no baby, if you take 5 seeds and you chew it for that day, no baby. So this is neem tree. Okay, we head down here to look at few. Here I have my crotons. And here, these are my crotons. And this is my moringa. Moringa, also known as the miracle tree. Most of you might have read about it, but when I start to talk about it, you remember, yes, you did. And if you didn't, please, you can look it up. And if you don't find it, I'll write it. Well, it is known as moringa, known as miracle tree. And the fact is that every part of this plant is edible. The flowers, the leaves, the bark, and the roots. So you don't have nothing to throw away. Make good use of whatever comes. But not only that. If you are a diabetic patient and you have been taking insulin, I don't like when they be always injecting, juking your body. Drink moringa. 1 cup moringa in the morning is better than taking a shot of insulin. That brings down your sugar content, boom, just like that. Just like when I take a stone and I drop it, straight down by the gravitational force, the same way it goes with this. It will bring down your sugar contents within your blood. And if... How much is it?
He wants to market it. He wants one. You don't have a factory out here,
it's not... all depends on what you donate for. So basically, it is known as moringa. And do not be afraid. You can taste it. If you are afraid, let me take it first.
Does this grow only in the tropics?
No, you can grow it in southern part of the U.S. From California, Texas, all the way to...
New York.
You live in New York?
Not much grows on
Which part of New York?
Long Island.
Southern Long Island.
Or more up? You have to grow it indoor.
I don't live indoors.
Okay, so all what I want to say is that, and also the seeds. If you are in the bush and you are going to drink any water, you are not sure how safe that water is, and you want to purify that water, no matter what the water is, you lay your eyes on. If you have moringa seeds, just mash it and drop it in that water. Wait for 5 minutes. That's not a long time. Only 5, definitely. And drink it. And once again, if you get sick, you change the nana to what you want it to be. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, let it come. I thought of giving you a whole tour for an hour, but unfortunately, let me leave it for now, because we are going to meet again. Yes. Because we have to think about the future generation, what we are going to leave for the young kids coming up. And whatever we do today, we got to pay for it tomorrow. So all of us have to unite, because we are part of the problem. Let us be part of the solution. So I look up to you all, for all of us to help us protect the area and environment in which we have, because this earth and with the situation of climate change. First we spoke about climate change, we spoke about global warming. But in the last month, in January, we broke the record of rain. We were considering that we are heading towards the dry season, but we found out that we are still in the rainy season. So is it global warming or is global wetting? Thank you very much. Thank you.